QuadFeed.
Yeah.
It's episode 37.
Whatevs.
Whatevs. Take it or leave it. I would prefer if you did take it. So please take it. Hello. Hello. We're back. We haven't been here for, 3, 4, I'm going to say 5 weeks.
Yeah, at least a month.
Super duper apologies. It's what happens when life gets in the way. What can I say? Ben's life, a couple of weeks, it's my life. I don't think Chris was responsible in any way, shape or form, so we'll give him a hall pass.
I don't have a life.
No life, Chris. So,
Chris has been like solo casting it, but like just didn't turn the camera on.
Solo casting at 2 a.m. Probably didn't get the most viewable figures that he was hoping for, but hey, you just got to try. You got to try.
It's what happens when you YOLO cast. When you YOLO cast, it's just whatever. Sorry, that's...
Vagina monologues. He was just like...
Yeah.
Talking to just a talking head piece.
I'm playing Destiny Raid. Oh, I've died. Oh, and I'm rezzed. Oh, I've died again. Oh, and I've been kicked from the game. Okay.
What was this? Has this been your last few Sundays have been?
Me doing a thing in the raid. I died many times. Had to get rezzed many times. Caused my teammates to die while they were trying to res me.
I'm sure the overindulgence guys loved you for that. You've been playing with them, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. They are amazingly good. They're just like one of those people where they know, like, oh, there's a random spawn location of a chest. It'll either be here or here, and they get it all the time.
Yeah.
They know
when
everything.
I used to play with Cam and Corful, it's just like mega organized and just knew everything that was coming up, and it was just like really pro sort of thing. And you feel like a scrub like the first few times you play with them. You're just like, oh man, I'm like way out of my league. But then you turn into that where it's like you hate slow ones when you join up with like other people and they're really slow. You're like, for fuck's sake, like hurry up, and then like you're that person. So yeah. But,
why aren't you standing near this cave? Everything's going to spawn out of here. Come on.
Yeah.
Before we get into things, I guess we should have one element. This is the single element or formality, and that is Chris, knock knock.
Who's there?
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
I think we need to do some housekeeping.
Just housekeeping in general. That's who's at the door. Yeah.
Just general housekeeping. As a person who just checked out of a motel this morning in lovely Narrabeen, I'm no stranger to housekeeping. Yeah. Ron isn't part of the QuadFeed podcast anymore, and that's all I'll say about that.
Sips drink. Yeah.
Done.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah. That was all the housekeeping I need to do.
QuadFeed
will probably be...
That's smart.
I suppose
Consuela.
Comprised of... Yeah.
Towels changed.
There's no
chocolate
pledge.
On the pillow.
No lemon pledge. What was I going to say? Yeah, the quad in QuadFeed is probably going to be made up of guests, like we usually did before. But yeah, it's us. It's us. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's fine. Housekeeping. Mint on the pillow, no tip.
No, this is Australia. We don't
It's
tip.
Australia. God. That reminds me of that time when I was in New York at Christmas time, and I left not an inconsiderable tip for my American viewers. I think it was something like $4 or $5. I mean, if you got that every room you did, you'd probably be pretty happy with that. Yes? No?
Mm-hmm.
Is that like every day? Yeah. Because I use so many different
every second
things.
day. Every second day.
Every second day. Because I'm going to be honest, I've been to New York twice, and when we travelled around, we went to several different hotels, and this sounds really slack, and I feel really bad. It wasn't until we found out when my girlfriend and we got back, I didn't know you were supposed to tip the room service people, like the housekeeping people. I didn't know that. And they probably thought I was so rude, and I do feel rude now, but I had no idea I was supposed to tip.
I know what you mean.
Like, it's so obvious now, but...
I mean, I erred on the side of caution and just tipped everyone I ever spoke to in America. Irrespective if they were providing a service or product to me. It's like, hey, you just asked for directions because you're a tourist? Here you go, have some money. I
It
don't
is
know.
very different to Australia. We've got like the P Pass and the F Pass. We hardly carry cash around. And then in America, you just got to have cash to give to other people.
Well, the amount of times, I mean, even the first time in 2012 when we went was like, you know, you got two pockets. In one pocket, you carry your regular money, and in your other pocket,
Yeah.
you carry, you know, a wad of
Tip
singles,
money.
just in case you need to peel off, you know, 4 or 5 for, you know, baggage or
Cash.
cabs or whatever. That was a foreign concept. I mean, I can't remember how many times I pulled out my quote actual money, and you know was confronted with
Well, that
going
was
giving a guy $10 for like lifting 2 bits of baggage from 3 feet from the cab to you know a porter service or something. I'm like, oh well, the $10 is out now, so I guess I better give it to you.
it was a bit of a learning experience. The money is the same size and the same color, whereas we've got different
Yeah.
sizes, different colors. Instantly tell which one you're giving out. It's crazy.
Well, since we're so early on in the podcast and people hopefully haven't turned off and gone, geez, that Skillsy is a bad tipper, put it in the comments below. What is a decent tip for housekeeping and baggage and what's the other one? Taxi drivers. Just in case I go back in the next 12
Taxis
months.
is like waitress, isn't it? 15%.
Yeah, like
Oh,
15-20%.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think 15 is the bare minimum, I think.
Oh yeah, bare minimum. Yeah, but it's like 15 to 20. It's generally no more than 20, isn't it?
Somewhere there's a cab driver. I think I've spoken about it before. There's a cab driver in Soho that, you know, for an $8 cab ride, I gave him an $8 tip. So he's still driving around Soho looking for me, going, "Where's that guy that
Where's that guy again?
gives fantastic tips?" I think I've told that story before.
He'll be waiting for you at the airport next time you're there.
Yeah. Oh, even then though, like when we went at Christmas time, there was a minibus that we had for like 10 people. You know, an average of one huge suitcase and another piece of baggage for 10 people. So this guy like well and truly earned his tip, and I think it came to just the actual service alone came to like 110. Dad goes, call it 120, and you've got a deal. I'm thinking this guy's literally just gonna need to like pay for, a few hours of like physical therapy just to get over the, 30-kilo suitcase that you've just laden him up with, all for the princely sum of $10. It's like, Dad, you've got to give more than that. He's like, no. And he slowly came round, but I think by the time he did come round, it was time to leave. So yeah, my apologies if you were one of the people that my dad encountered. So yeah, I guess over the last few weeks we've missed out on some stuff that isn't
Shitloads has been going on.
stuff that
Yeah.
isn't worth reporting on right now. But we've hit
One
October.
of the big things is
Hey, what?
that Destiny came out.
It did come
Yeah.
out. I think we had it. Hang on. When was show
No, it
36?
was the week before.
The
Yeah, it
week
was
Before you
week
got your
before.
PS4.
Okay. Well, we can still proceed on the topic that I had here, and the topic was: are you still playing Destiny?
But just quickly, before we get to that, speaking of playing Destiny, can you see what's so... Oh, fuck, I bumped my mic. Can you see... Oh, what's over? What's that?
Oh, something
What's
new
this?
and shiny.
Oh.
Something new
What's
and
this?
shiny.
What's it in?
Let me just scan through my topic list here, and
What's that? What's that?
it was entitled Ben's PS4 Experience So Far. So let's switch it up and
Yeah,
give it
just
to
because
me.
we're going to be talking about Destiny, and everyone's going to be like, well, how's he fucking playing Destiny? It's not on PC yet.
Well, I was going to ask you guys as well about the PS4, so we'll just mash that all together.
Yeah.
Gotta
It's
fanboy
really...
the fuck out.
It's really good. I mean, I was in uni holidays, and I just finished. First rewind. I bought Destiny on PS3 one afternoon. I was just like, oh fuck it, I'm just gonna get it. I just finished off a big uni presentation, and I was all jacked up, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to Top Right. I'm gonna get myself a flake shake from Wendy's and Destiny.
In
So I
that
went and did
order.
that. In that order. Actually, no, it was the other way around because I had it in the cut anyway. And then played it for like a week, and I was like, man, like I really, really like this game. And it didn't look that good on PlayStation. Like it was good because it was like really smooth sort of thing, but like the graphics obviously being dumbed down like heaps. But I was still like enjoying it and everything. And then I was just looking around for like PlayStation deals and stuff. And again, it was in uni holidays now, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the shops and buy one like right now. And that's when I texted you, Castro. You texted me about something, and I was just like, I'm like literally on my way now to go to the shops to go buy one. And then and then I went to like 3 different places in Chatswood and blah blah blah. Just found like the best bundle and just picked one up, as well as like another copy of Destiny, which is crazy. I've never ever done that before. But it was awesome because I sold it on eBay for like more than I bought it for, because I had like a discount coupon thing for JB Hi-Fi. So instead of it being like $70 or whatever, I got it for like 50, and then I sold it on eBay for like just under $60. So that was like hilarious.
I think you should send that to Guinness, because I think you'd be the only person to profit from secondhand video games that isn't in a retail setting.
That isn't even.
I got the receipts as well, so I can show you. So that's hilarious. So anyway, but yeah, I just on a whim just went and picked it up. I was like, oh fuck it, and then I was just like, for like 2 minutes, I was waiting for the buyer's remorse to kick in, and then I was just like, oh, it hasn't kicked in yet. So I got the PS4 it had a bundle. It came with Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which is still in its plastic. I haven't opened it yet. The Last of Us, which again I had on PS3 as well, but looks really nice.
But it's remastered.
Yeah, and it's like 60 frames and stuff like that. It looks really good. And obviously Destiny as well. And I just picked up Trials Fusion, which is funny as well because I already own that on PC, thanks to Lord Gavin, Tips Fedora. Thank you, my lady. And and then I was just like, oh, they've got the season pass now on PC, and you need that to get all of like the to download all the tracks and stuff. And I was like, well, the season pass is almost the price of it on PS4, and the PS4 version comes with the season pass as well. So for like $25, I grabbed a copy off eBay, and it came with the season pass and everything. So I picked that up, the PS4 version of Trials Fusion, and I've been playing that. And all the downloadable tracks are like heaps of fun. But I forgot how fucking frustrating that game was, and I've almost thrown the controller like a few times. So it's really annoying. But I really like the downloading of the tracks and stuff like that's heaps of fun. And they got the tournament, but they still don't have multiplayer, which is fucking annoying. But Yammering.
As in they haven't, or they have sorted out multiplayer?
No, they haven't. It's only like local multiplayer, so you got to like.
That's right. Yeah, maybe
connect which is crazy. They were saying, oh, it is going to come out, but it still hasn't. And the game's been out for like over half a year now. So that's a bit frustrating.
I could have sworn PKA did a PKA Plays, which was for Trials Fusion.
They could have been using the same PlayStation.
One guy's
and just hooked up your controller to it, and you're all off the same TV sort of thing.
No, one guy's in Georgia, one guy's in North Carolina, another guy's in Chicago.
No, definitely not. Definitely.
Unless they got like a beta.
I don't know. I'd have to go and see.
Yeah. Well, I really hope they do, because I want to play people sort of thing. So it's because you got your times and everything, which is good to compare times, but it's just not the same when you can see someone else on the screen and stuff. Like, it is a fun game, but it is fucking frustrating. But overall with the PlayStation, it's good fun. I haven't actually played Destiny for like a week, but when I did get it, man, I was thinking I got to like level 26 really quickly.
That is quick. I'm not even there yet. My God.
Ridiculous.
Oh no, I got it like actually no, I got to 25 really quick, and from 25 to 26 took a while. But to get to 25, I was there in like a week and a couple of days or something like that.
I think Ben got it 2 weeks after me, and all of a sudden Ben went from like level 6 to 1 level below me.
Thinking that uni study time that would have otherwise gone into assignments and stuff. Just
well, that's the thing. I was on uni holidays. So I was just like, oh. And then I found out that uni holidays, instead of being 1 week, was 2 weeks. So I got like an extra week, and I was like, oh fuck yeah. Because my old uni, it was only 1 week Stu back. So this is at Macquarie. It's 2 weeks anyway. So yeah, no, it's good fun. But I again, I haven't played it for the last over a week now because I've missed Zer in the tower fight the past 2 weeks. So I haven't touched it at all.
Because his location changes every weekend, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I still haven't actually bought anything from him.
I can't wait for 1 week. He's going to be out on that little sort of like landing strip power pole that sort of comes off the outside of the
So
tower.
many people get jumping to their deaths just to get on that sort of thing. Yeah.
I'd like to buy a weapon.
Yeah, I dance on the edge of that a lot.
Yeah. It's a good game. The
It's your
story
little
is like
podium.
pretty shit, but
So,
yeah, the story's expectable. But
have
good game.
you done a raid yet, Ben?
as in,
The
well,
Vault of Glass.
I just haven't done Vault of Glass. I've done everything else. But I think 26 is like the bare minimum for Vault of Glass. But I don't want to be under geared.
You can go
getting
in
carried.
under, but you need to get carried. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously I don't want that. So I played with a couple of other guys, they're really good. And it's funny because I didn't think they're actually going to be good. And then because they were like friends, I was like, oh, I don't really know how often they play. And I like logged in with them, and I was just like, fuck. Like, yeah, I won't say his surname just in case, but Mark from school.
Oh,
Mark,
yeah. He's crazy.
yeah, I
good.
played with him, and I was just like, holy shit, sort of thing. And he was another one where he was just like on the mic saying, oh, you do this, and I was like, oh, fucking slow down, man, you're going like mental. So, yeah, it's but it's a good game. It's good to gear up. It's good to have that MMO experience where you get like hooked on it and you just want that shit. But it's a good like foundation game in terms of like MMOs where they're just from then on, now they're just going to get like a lot better just with all the stuff that you can do, like again, like World of Warcraft, like, you know, the MMO sort of thing. The amount of stuff that you can do and like the social side of it and all that sort of stuff, just once you're used to that, it's so hard to go to like an MMO on console sort of thing, because it's just, you realize how restricted you are.
Really like a true MMO.
Nah.
It's,
Yeah.
but it's getting there. It's
Yeah. And like the next game or whatever, like they can learn a lot from it. So
I was going to say, I think, yeah, the word foundational is especially true considering, you know, I think that's what gave people a bit of hope that you know, should Titanfall back in, you know, 6-7 months ago, should that fall on its ass due to you know, it not being as deep as what people thought, that like you said, it's a good foundational game so that Titanfall 2 can come out, and I mean, Call of Duty
Learn
started
from
somewhere,
it, yeah.
so
well, yeah. Advanced Warfare, they're expecting that to sell more than Ghosts. So
that wouldn't be hard.
Yeah, that's not hard.
I would go out on a limb and say they will sell more copies of Ghosts
Yeah.
in the opening 2 weeks than
I was just going to say that. I'd say first 2 weeks they'll sell more.
than they have in the entire lifespan. I played it at EB Expo a couple weeks ago, and I enjoyed
it.
I enjoyed.
Did you line up again? Was it that good that you instantly went to the back of the line?
No, it was well, the waits wasn't as long as what we experienced before when we went.
Okay.
We also, it was a much better setup.
Yeah.
And then I think it was only about a 20-minute wait, which was good. And then next thing you know, as soon as
That's brilliant.
we got to play 2 games, similar to what we did before, I think they like to stick to that format. 2 games, different game modes. I got to play the new Uplink game mode, I think it was called, where you got to throw that satellite through the portal kind of bullshit. And that was really good. That was, you know, a really good kind of capture the flag kind of alternative. And then I went around and had another bit of a look around the expo, and then came back to it. Played 1 game of Evolve. You know, and
Evolve,
I suppose
any good?
it is. Yeah, I mean, it did turn into a bit of a button mash towards the end, and I was playing on a keyboard and mouse, which was kind of strange, especially. Well, as soon as you go to EB Expo by yourself, you automatically are cast in the monster queue. as opposed to the other queues which have got the hunter and the medic and all that. It's like is anyone here by
Oh, okay,
themselves? And
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm here by myself. Yeah. Okay, come around this
Well,
way,
that's
mate. You're the
yeah.
monster.
That'll kind of be like the matchmaking for the game as well. If only one person logs on, they'll probably be the monster if there's a group of 4 other people that are already connected to each other.
Yeah. I told a bit of a white lie actually. I was standing there actually with my video camera, sort of like taking some footage and stuff, and the guy walked up to me behind me and goes, let's take video. I go, oh no, there's stills. And he goes, oh okay, cool, no worries. So I was just stood there just like perfectly still. Please don't look at the red circle. I mean, I'm not going to use the footage. It was just in case I could, but I always go to these events thinking I'm going to take heaps of footage, like, and PAX included. Like, we should talk about PAX soon as well. I always go to these things thinking, yeah, let's take some footage. But I want PAX to be the event that we do take some footage. There's going to be tons of people there. And tons of people that we
You
know.
can,
So,
yeah, I'm pretty sure you can, as long as you don't have any brand names or footage in there, which is quite hard to do, seeing as it's literally plastered on the walls. But
No, you should be right. Even if you email Yug or whatever his name is, just ask him. Sure, there'll be information somewhere because everyone there is going to be wanting to film shit.
yeah,
oh, yeah.
you see kids walking around filming everything anyway. Yeah. Just pay a kid a couple of bucks. He'll walk around, take some footage.
Yeah, I get
That's
it
it.
back. It's just nothing but bums and asses and promo girls and
That's great footage.
yeah, and 30 seconds of Call of Duty, all of which I've probably already got. Yeah, thanks, kid. No, so speaking of PAX, I'm going to put myself on the screen because to my Australian listeners, if you see this T-shirt and this face in combination, it means you found me. These two are going down. They will be
It's
by
like
my
Where's
side.
Wally?
Kind of, yeah. If you see variations of said T-shirt in the following formats, one moment. If you see it in the yellow, yeah,
Nice.
nice. Where's the other one? And also in the full black. I've just got a thing for grey T-shirts. Crazy. Boom. These are available on
Grey's good.
Spreadshirt. I'm not sure what you actually have to search for. I think you just search for either Skillsy or Beard or something. There's only a few on there, but yeah. If you're at PAX, come say hi. I'll give you a card. We can collab. We can do all that funky stuff. So it's going to be good. Going to have plenty of coffee, plenty of good food, plenty of networking. Going to meet up with the Overindulgence guys. Going to meet up with a couple of people that I've got planned for guests. I think it'll probably have to be after PAX, I think. If not, well, there's only 2 weeks left, isn't there, really? 1 week.
1 week.
1 week.
Because we'll be down there.
We'll be down there on the second week. At which point, I think Overindulgence are going to be doing a show involving us. But I won't hold them to that because that's their business.
Well, they're
I
going to
don't
be
have to.
doing stuff down there. They have asked if we would like to be a part of it one night or just
Yes,
drop
we
by.
bloody well would. That's it. Yes,
Now
we
we've
would.
just got to work out if we're on one side of the city and they're on the other, or that's the trick.
I think I went down there in, was it 2009, 2012, and that's it. My 2 solitary experiences of Melbourne have both been for 2 night visits. Actually, the second time was only 1 night, but yeah. Yeah, can't wait. Oh God, it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be brilliant.
It's going to be good. What else was there? Yeah. Oh, speaking of Destiny, I was going to segue off to it. Actually, there's a video that the guy did the Vault of Gas. Gas. Yeah, the Vault of Grass. Killed.
Vault of gas.
Pardon me. Killed
The worst vault ever.
killed Atheon in 17 seconds. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Jesus.
amazing.
How'd he glitch that?
I don't know. It doesn't obviously include the time taken to get up to.
Yeah, which is like
no.
3 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
There have been people that have cut it down the whole the whole thing, they've cut it down to about 35, 40 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
which is amazing. And that means everybody's just like on point. Everybody knows exactly what they have to do. Nobody dies. Nobody, misses their group of people. You just absolutely, everything is 100%. Because it's tricky. There's a lot of things you got to do as coordination with your team. So to be able to get it down to that is amazing.
So I mean, what coordination does that take? Is it more so having one person hanging back a little bit just to be the reviver should they need them? I mean, I've never known. I mean, I'll admit to this. I've never known the MMO side of things where you can be super strategic.
It's going to be different again. Destiny has just announced that they're reworking the Vault of Glass.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly because people have been able to get it down to 35 minutes. If you know what's happening, you're able to set yourself up and prepare.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just have people designated to do certain things. Bungie has said, the new patch that's coming out, it's going to be random. You can't just stand in a certain spot knowing that you're going to be the person that'll be selected to do a certain part. So when you go into Athian, he sends you into another dimension. He'll send 3 people in another dimension, and you've got to do a certain thing at the same time as 3 of your people who didn't get transported. And so it was worked out that if you're the furthest 3 people away, it's 100% you are the people that are going to go into the other dimension. And so when you're playing, if your weakest people are at the front and your strongest people are at the back, you can just nail that part straight away, because the people who stay have a lot easier than the people that go into the other portal. So they're making it that it's all random. So your weakest person may be the person who gets transported back, and everybody has to wait for them to tough it out. Or if they die, the whole thing wipes. Got to start again.
Damn. Look forward to that.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I want more like game mechanics and like strategy in the game, whereas at the moment,
it's all about finding the
just,
flaws at the moment.
Yeah, because the boss is just heaps of health. That's it. It's like, no, I want it so you have to do something, where it's just like older style MMOs and stuff like that had like game mechanics and strategies and blah blah blah, whereas this is just shoot it. Oh, it's I pulled aggro, it's shooting at me. Yeah, and then just get behind a wall or something like that, and then let your other teammate take aggro. And then, it's just like, I've been shooting this dude for like half an hour now, killing me. So, I want something different.
Yeah, is where you stand at the moment. They've got a bit of strategy with the weapons as the damage type. There's 4 different damage types. And some of them do kill things a lot faster. But it's, every time you switch a weapon to change to the damage type, you lose all of your ammo. So not many people, the strategy is kind of, I'm just going to stand in this spot because I can hit everything, and I can still hit the things that I can't kill quickly before it gets to me. So everybody's just kind of like a chess piece standing around the map. That's the only strategy that's available at the moment. There's nothing that is super quick. There's no one who can heal you. There's no one that like the WoW MMOs.
Guardian to Bishop 3. Okay.
It is kind of like that.
Oh, it's funny.
Okay. It's wave 3. This is going to happen. You 2 move over here. You go over here. He's going to reload. He's going to go collect ammo on the ground because he'll be out by now. Switch places. That's what it is.
Well, one of the old World of Warcraft bosses was a chess game as well. So you weren't too far off when you said that.
That's it. Oh yeah, I was totally calling upon my previous gaming history.
But pretty much, not to wrap up with that game, but with that game, I think the that Angry Joe review, which everyone was jizzing over and all that sort of stuff when that was released, was pretty much like spot on, really. Everything that he said was, yes, but I'd never watched one of his videos before, but that was like incredibly popular at the time, and that was all going around, and I actually watched it, and I was just like, yeah, everything he's saying is like 100% correct, but I'm still playing it. So
Mm. And
It
I
does
think
have
that's
that
what
addictive thing.
it did come back to, the fact that everyone can see its flaws, and everyone can kind of go, okay, they should have done it this way. But at the end of the day, the reason why we're still talking about it is because we're still playing it.
Yeah.
And I guess
No, it's
people aren't
still got
talking
the
about
appeal.
Titanfall, but they're still not playing it. So
It's that frustrating thing because the bosses take so long that you actually log in during the week and you'll grind for a couple of hours just to level yourself up so that the next time you do the raid, it's quicker. Because the raid at the moment is the only place to get the great gear. And once you get the gear, it's quite weak until you level it up. So you still have to grind to level up your weapons and stuff. So it's a bit of a frustrating, addictive thing where you've got to make up what you can.
an equipment circle jerk.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm still doing the story, and I'm still trying to hash out the playthrough for that, which I think is up to like episode 9 at the moment. But I'm like, God, I've just got to persevere, do the story, and then I can really, I can play it without having to be conscious of how well I'm doing and editing and all that shit. I can just play. I can just play and just enjoy it. Because at the moment, I'm doing everything with a review mindset. It's
yeah.
Forza Horizon.
That's the plan.
I'm getting footage and trying to finish that, and that's a great game, by the way.
Have you done the first championship?
I
The first Forza champion, like completed 15
Yeah.
championships.
did that just Friday night, actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
got my
I
million.
did
million
enjoy
credits.
the showcases. They were brilliant. I loved them. Like
Showcase.
race a train, race a plane, race
Yeah,
jets. I loved it.
I think when I
But-
eventually do get round to doing the review, I think I refer to them as like very sort of Top Gear-esque
Yeah.
challenges that. I mean, I don't think I've done all of them just yet. I think the most recent one I did was the balloons, so there might not be
Oh, the balloons, yeah.
any more of those to come. But I don't know. I think there's a few more bucket lists. Did I
The
read?
racing the cargo plane was the favorite.
Oh, the cargo
It's
plane.
that one.
Yeah, that was
You
good.
got to like power down the runway, chasing down the
I
plane.
chased that thing down.
Oh,
I was
not gonna make
hoping.
I'm not going to.
I had hope of hopes that he was going to drop the rear cargo ramp, and I was going to go into it. I think that would have been a nice touch.
That would have been awesome.
But yeah, I saw him turn that last corner. I'm thinking, there's no way I'm going to catch this thing. And then, hang on, I'm catching, bang, just right underneath him.
Yeah.
No, that was good actually. I did enjoy that. But yeah, I mean, I don't have the luxury of getting these games early to do a review so that they're relevant when the game comes out. So as it stands at the moment, the game's been out for what, a week and a half, 2 weeks? Hopefully I'll get the review up in the next couple of days, but if it doesn't, it's on.
Plus, you do have a job to go to.
Yeah, that thing that, pays for the games that I'm trying to review, i.e. a job and a social life and a fiance and a new house.
Now you're going to have yard work to do.
Skillsy is moving. All the paperwork's done.
Has one room been dedicated to be the Skillsy man cave
Well, it's
with a couch for interviewing guests?
It is. Well, the way. I don't think I've shown you any photos. I can show you offline, obviously, because I don't want you scribs looking at me. It's got an external double garage, and it's huge, absolutely
Nice.
huge. I think I mentioned it on my driving vlog, and it's, my double garage is the size of some people's apartments, as it stands at the moment.
That's a pretty decent garage.
It's big. It's double.
Garage and can barely fit 2 cars in. Kind of got to push the second one in because you can't open the doors.
Oh right, no, you'd be able to get 2 cars in this with the doors open, I reckon. And the previous owner was a plumber, so he has a shower
So you know
cavity.
it's good.
The what?
You'll know the plumbing is good.
Well,
Or is that
hopefully.
why he left? He couldn't fix it.
No. I mean, no. Well, long story short, he's got a new lady in his life, and he's moving in with her, so he's selling up and moving out with her.
Fair enough.
But in the back, it's got whether or not there were plans to turn it into a granny flat kind of thing, where it's got its own self-contained bathroom, because it's got a shower, it's got a toilet, and it's got a sink in there. So
Nice.
I I got bored the other weekend, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to make the man cave in the garage so that it doesn't take up any space in the house. It's a 3-bedroom house, but we've got potential to make it to a 4. So what I'm going to do
Have
is
the volume up loud.
the what?
You can have the volume up. You don't have to be quiet.
Oh, there's that. Yeah, I mean that is the primary benefit, because I mean I'm always conscious of, you know, if the show runs late and, you know, or has to start late, and Soph's in the back there. She says she doesn't hear, but yeah, I'm not entirely convinced. But should there be a time when I need to laugh, or, you know, do something a bit louder, or even just do a commentary where I'm conscious of, you know, just speaking a bit louder, I don't have any of those worries in this place. So I'm going to get my mate who does. He's going to put up an internal wall. Going to put a door on it. Going to put, you know, it's all sweet. Going to put some gyprock up. There was a telephone handset that I saw in the actual garage, so
So it's
I know
wide.
there's already wired for phone lines. And fingers crossed, it was an Optus. Remember Optus Vision, the cable TV? It was that handset. So I reckon it's pre-wired for Optus cable.
Well, they all use the same cable. I think it's a Cat 5 cable, so it's a decent one.
No, fiber optic.
Oh, for Optus Vision was fiber optic, was it?
It was there. Well, there was there back in the day. It was your Telstra, so Telstra cable,
Yeah.
or Optus cable. So because Telstra had their own network, they just, you know, installed a cable network over the top of that for businesses or companies or residences, and especially my parents, because they lived on an estate which didn't have overhead cabling. So all the stuff was like brand new estate, so it was all, you know, brand new cabling, pre-wired for Foxtel. So it was all fiber optic. So my dad's sitting on a connection where I think he's got like it's not great down, but I think that's part of his plan. But his upspeed is something like is 4. I'm just like, what I would do for a 4 upspeed. So
I actually didn't know that there was a difference. I thought it was the same. That's brilliant.
well, for the phone calls, Optus did used to use, it's called LAR, it was a local access resale. So they would actually piggyback off the copper coaxial leads for the local phone calls, but they would use fiber optic for international. I used to sell it like many moons ago. I used to sell it going door to door, freaking 15 years ago. And the other thing, looked on the NBN rollout, and it's 2 streets away is a green zone where it's being prepared. So
Send in your details.
yeah.
Get to the top of the list.
Worst part about though is the green zone is actually parkland and some light commercial. So I'm just hoping that sort of epicenter goes exponentially outwards to cover the rest of the area. And if
Can't
it
you
does,
just claim that you work from home? It's a light commercial.
yeah. Well, I mean that probably would be hard to do. The guy, like I said, the guy was a plumber, and it was a home business.
Yeah.
When I went
okay.
on the inspection, looked around the back, and there was like 2 hot water systems there, just sitting there doing nothing.
Oh, got a spare.
It's like,
Bargain
is there a
of the
black
house.
market on hot water systems that I don't know about?
Oh, well, if it's full of copper, it's worth a fair bit.
Oh yeah. But yes, that's the big news.
Hotel.
I'm moving. Settlements early next month, and then probably move out a few weeks after that. Hence the, oh crap, wrong way, cardboard boxes. How the fuck have I got to box all this shit up? Honestly, it's so fragile.
That's the least you worry. It's just moving in general is the biggest fucking headache in the world. So
I'm so glad that, I can, foreclosure and, the house being reclaimed or something like that. I know that I don't have to move house again for at least another decade. Yeah. That's a nice feeling.
yeah,
Having to move for 10 fucking years. No way. I hate it.
Oh, definitely. I think it'd take about 10 years for you to actually get all of the
to the
stuff
last
set
box.
up exactly how you want before you get tired of it, and then, all right, we're moving.
But yeah, what are you guys playing these days? I mean, apart from Destiny, obviously, and Trials.
yeah. I've been just I haven't had much time since uni started again, and I was just playing like shitloads of Destiny. But a few things have come out. So there's been
Shadows of
so there's been
Mordor.
that and Alien Isolation, both of which I played like a couple of hours each on PC, not on PS4, just because they can get it way cheaper on PC. So yeah, but they've been really good. How have you been? I was playing Trials earlier today, and I saw you were playing Isolation, Gav. What do you reckon of it?
For
You
the
like it?
first time. It's been sitting
Oh really?
there.
Oh okay.
You know what? I
Yeah.
had all these visions of me, playing it the very first night in the dark, getting the, shit scared out of me and all that sort of stuff. I've played
No,
it for
fuck
literally
that.
the
There's too many
first...
jump scares in it for me.
Is there? How
Yeah,
deep are you in
just
it?
stupid. I'm not that far in, but it's just like I'm bad with jump scares. Like I got like the PT demo on my PlayStation, and I'll like play it. I'll be like standing in the hallway, sort of thing, like not looking and like pushing forward, sort of thing, because I know something's going to jump out at me. They have
That's the real reason you got a PS4, isn't it? You
Totally.
took the PS3 into the backyard and set it on fire and buried it.
Yeah.
Kill it with fire.
Yeah. But the just it's just simple things like pipes gone like all that sort of stuff, just like randomly. I was like, yeah, sort of thing. So
But
yeah,
I
that
loved
really
that
gets
though.
me.
I mean, I recorded the first
Oh,
probably
no.
hour 10, and I haven't even come up against the alien yet. I think I'm pretty close.
I haven't got to it yet either. I'm just about to get to it, but yeah, I haven't got to it yet.
I think the whole game is just about to get to it. I think.
Well,
I think.
No, I don't know. I
about
think it's
the whole way.
a massive. Yeah.
I don't know.
But,
I could have sworn
nice.
I saw, like, even on like IGN reveals or something, where there's a part of the ship that you come to. I mean, to be fair, a lot of the hallways do kind of look similar. It'd be easy to mistake them for each other. But I'm coming around a hallway
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm pretty sure when I watched an IGN video, this was where it was just like lurking around. So I was like creeping around this corner at like glacial speed. Just like going, is this the point where I see? Oh, and it's not. Oh, it's not. Okay, cool. Well, I'll just keep on walking then. But even then, I'm like crouching, like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Ripley. Just
Yeah. I think there's a bit too much, like, oh, you're going to walk to, like, this area or whatever, and then you'll be like, oh, shit, like, I forgot to pick something up back there, and then you've got to, like, walk, like, all the way back, and it's, I know there was one part in it where you go to, like, it's, oh, fuck, I don't know what room it was, but there's, like, the hatch in the ground in the middle of, like, the room. It almost looks like a diner or something like that.
yeah, it's
And
it's
it's
a bar.
where, yeah, like when just before you get to it, you see the light move, sort of thing. So as you're walking in, the light's like swinging as if something was in there and it's left. And I don't know how easy it was for you or for everyone else, but I was collected everything in that room. Maybe I was doing it too quick or something. I don't know. But I didn't know the hatch was in the ground there. And I went back and forward. That's when you've got to go out, you've got to go up the stairs, you've got to go all around the back, down the stairs, and then back out again. And I'm going like back and forth. I couldn't find it for the life of me. And then I was just like, well, that was the end. It's got to be something in that room. And then I looked down and yeah, it was on the ground. But stuff like that is like annoying where it's just like, it really like takes you out of like the immersion sort of thing was like when you fucking can't find like something,
Mm.
and there was no indication that
when
you're
it
supposed to be
has to be
looking on the
explained.
ground. Yeah, there was no indication that I needed to find something on the ground. I mean, I wasn't expecting to be told, but usually, you know, I don't know, maybe
It's
it's
a journey of
was easier for
self-discovery,
someone
man.
else. Yeah,
You got to find the hatch
but
within
yeah.
yourself. Yeah. I was looking for that. I was playing with headphones on, which you know I think helps a lot because I could have sworn I heard that actual sound. It must have been sound bited from the movie of like footprints on, or footstep sounds on like railings or something. Like, this is a very
Hmm.
clear sort of thudding that went from my left headphone to my right headphone. And I thankfully I did face cam on it as I was sitting there going, you could see it processing in my head going, ooh, geez, that sounded really close. Like, I suppose it's building to a certain point where I meet this one guy towards the end, and then I stopped. So I was like, right, I'll pick this up and see where it takes me. But yeah, I'm liking it. I didn't. I guess it'll get to the point where I'll get frustrated, and like you said, the screen will be in danger of having several PS4 controllers thrown through it. But for the time being, I'm good. I'm all good.
But
And the
it's
music's great
good.
too.
I haven't got enough into it, but I've seen some reviews on it. I'm really looking forward to seeing like the creepy like cybernetic robots or whatever they're called, where they're just like
Sure.
sitting in the dark. Yeah, I can't remember what they're not synthetics, something like that. Anyway,
I
but
think
they're
they
kind of
call
just
them
like
synthetics.
yeah.
Or is that the slur that someone called him and they said, don't call him that? I can't remember.
But they're just like sitting in the dark, like working away, and like their eyes are just glowing, and it looks like really creepy.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh, that looks good. Like I really want to get up to that part. And then they like try and kill you or some shit. I don't know, but yeah,
Like
it's just
fish.
crazy how for such for such a like hyped up game that I was like really looking forward to it. You'd think I'd find some time for it, but no, I'm playing fucking Trials and yelling at it because I
It's
can't
it's
get
weird.
like the goals on it.
But
It's just
you need it for those kind of games. If it's like a bit, feels like it's draining, you know, you're playing it, you're so amped up, you're frightened and worried and concerned. You need to play something easy afterwards, you know. To get
yeah,
back.
and that's the thing. You know, Trials you can pick up. It's arcade. You can pick up. You play it for a bit,
Yeah.
like 15, 20 minutes, and you're done. Whereas something like that, like I want like a spare like hour and a half, 2 hours sort of thing. So
Mm.
yeah,
The thing that I find funny though is we place such an emphasis on and in Alien especially because there wasn't a day one edition. I think I've got the Nostromo edition, which I can't for the life of me, I don't know what that entitles me to. But even from
It's
getting it
probably
on
just
day one, I still didn't play it day one, and I didn't play it day 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 7.
yeah,
Today was the first time I picked it up
mm,
and put it in. I'm like, right, you know, and I did it against all mindsets. I couldn't have been bothered to play it today, but I knew if I didn't do something against what I ideally wanted to play, because I haven't been able to put down Forza. It's crazy. I'd love to see the stats on Forza
Forza's
5
brilliant.
this time last year when when the Xbox came out versus how many hours I've spent on Forza Horizon 2. I reckon it would be at least triple. 3 times the amount of time on Forza Horizon 2 versus Forza 5, and it's just that difference in, you know, Gran Turismo versus, you know, Need for Speed, simulation versus arcade. Like I've managed to nail exactly what kind of driving game that I like.
Yeah.
I probably won't
The
buy another
only,
Forza
the only
game unless it's a arcadey kind of version of it.
Horizon
Mm.
series. The only thing I've found is after I did the Forza Championship, I've done the 15 championships, I did the Forza Championship, the pacing has kind of slowed down a bit. Like, there's no more of the showcases breaking up.
It's pushing you more towards the free roam and, you know, online
The
road
free
trips.
roam and stuff,
Yeah.
which is good, but when you look at your progress and it says, you know, you've done 15% of the game, you're just like, I really hope there's something to break up, you know, this last part. I've only done 15%. I'd be interested. I'm hoping that it does throw in a couple more showcases just to break it up. But so far, there's a big gap that I've found.
I'd love to know what it constitutes as that other 85%. Because even by going through the showcase, I've probably got about 200 out of the 315 roads driven.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be hard to knock up all the list and then all the boards and stuff. By the time you're on the boards, have you got all barn fights so far? Did I see that you got all the barn fights?
I got all 10.
Wow.
Once you know what to look for, it's pretty easy
Forestry
to find them.
Deep
just
forestry, and then you just drive around in circles.
Kind of. You just got to look for like a partial dirt road that looks a bit overgrown. It's got a bit of grass and stuff. You look for that. You drive through the forest on that, and you should see a structure here and there, and that's where it'll be. It took me ages to find the first one though, because I didn't realize I had to drive up to the door. So I was driving around for ages, and then I mistakenly crashed into the building, which put me near the door. And here it is. I'm like, I've driven past this barn like 60 times in an hour trying to find this thing.
I do like that aspect to it. It gives you a good feeling when as soon as you pull up at those things and it sort of launches into that cutscene.
Yeah, it was good, and you're like, I wonder what it's going to be, because I noticed the radio mixed it up sometimes. It said it was going to be a BMW, but I ended up finding.
Was it on the radio? Is it
a Jag? Yeah, the commentary on the radio, they were talking about a barn find. And they're like, it's near, the city of this or Castello, and we're pretty sure it's a Beamer. And I was like, oh, cool, I'm going to get a Beamer.
You know what?
So that got me back into looking for it again. And then it turned out to be a Jag, which, I love the Jag. It's an old Jag, but I think there might be a couple of different cars to find.
I've turned off the radio because if I am doing, if I'm recording, that will get content ID matched on the videos. So I turn the radio off. So I'm relying on the rumors.
Okay.
So maybe that's something I need to do after I do the review.
It does. It's basically like the rumors. It doesn't give you any more advice. It just speculates as to what kind of car you got. And then I figured out if you get in the car after it's restored and you drive around, on the radio, it'll be the announcers just like, oh my God, this vintage Ferrari's just driven past our radio station. Like, to the guy driving that, top stuff, mate. It looks awesome. And you're like, that's me.
Thanks very much. And then you miss you turning and slam into a Terror pole. Yeah. You mentioned Shadow of Mordor before. I was talking with a freelance journalist, Bennett Ring, the other day just on Twitter, and he said how, like for a game that's like pretty much flown under the radar, it's getting strong consideration for Game of the Year amongst a lot of people.
Yeah, because I was going to go buy it, and then I thought, I'll wait a bit and see, because I'm not really sure what it's going to be like.
Well, I was going to say, Benny, good luck buying it on the PS4. It's freaking out of stock in two out of the places that I went looking for it. Xbox One, no problem at all.
Yeah. Well, that was one thing when I was buying the console, just how much cheaper the Xbox One was. I know they've taken out the camera now, so that's made it a little bit cheaper, but still, they're just like trying to push it. I'm like, no interest sort of thing. But
thank you, but
yeah, but it's crazy that they sell out like that and they just don't have anything. I think it just went under the radar so much. Yeah, so everyone just seems to love it.
Yeah. The combat system, I'm surprised that didn't stick out for me beforehand.
Because you being such like a big Batman person sort of thing, it's very similar. And then when I played it, I was just like, I was like, I the only time I played it was when we went to the launch event, Gav, and that's like that whole free-flowing sort of thing. And that's when it felt familiar. I was like, wow, it's like, as everyone else is saying, it's like, wow, like Batman mixed with, like
Assassin's Creed.
Lord of the Rings and Assassin's Creed and all that sort of stuff. So I was just like, such a good formula.
But then I realised,
Yeah.
I could fire up the PlayStation and buy it in store. Like, it's the weirdest quirk that I've got where I need to physically go into a store and get it and hold it in my hand and make the transaction there.
Yeah.
Like,
But then how much
Well,
extra is it?
yeah,
It's all like $30 more, isn't it, or something?
it's 99, I think, which is
Fucking rip, man.
20 more than what
Fucking rip.
JB would pay. So yeah, it's a bit annoying.
Only 20? Their games have generally been about $70 when
Yeah.
they've come out, really?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I've got the
that's
sticker on
alright.
one of them still. Yeah, see, Forza, day one. NBA 2K, day one.
Actually, I never
Destiny.
claimed my car for Forza. I
Day
completely
one.
forgot about that.
Well, I suppose Nostromo edition says I can play as Ellen Dallas or Parker in Crew Expendable, which I imagine is another game mode, is it?
That's, when you start up the game, the main menu says either Alien Isolation, and then there's a few options underneath, and then you can choose which version of like the game you want to play or the different whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, getting quite the little collection for both now.
And you guys have been enjoying Forza, and I've been, fucking loving Drive Club. It's been really, really good. No, I haven't actually played it, but I hear it's like fucking shit. And the really good thing is being a PlayStation Plus member, which still fucking irks me to have to pay $70 a year just for fucking online. And you're like, oh, you get free games. It's like, yeah, Spelunky I played for like 3 minutes, and I was like, wow, okay.
Oh
what's
wait, I'm
next
not
month?
4 years old.
Jesus. Yeah. That's like that. You got to be in the right mood, I guess. Anyway,
The free version?
Which I thought, oh, that is seriously good. That's so good that they do shit like that. Like they got the PlayStation Plus version, which is completely free. You just got to have your PlayStation Plus subscription, which 99% of all PlayStation 4 owners would have. So yeah, still hasn't come out yet. They're just like, when they released the game, they were just like, the servers, the people that bought the physical copy of the game couldn't even play the game for like days and days.
Yeah.
Still, they kind of can't. The servers are just fucked, and it's PlayStation or Sony are just like, we're not releasing the free version yet if the people who have paid can't play it yet. So that makes sense,
Wow.
but it's kind of like, what, it's been 2 weeks now? 3 weeks maybe? Maybe not 3 weeks, but probably 2 weeks. And it's just like, can you guys like sort this shit out? Like, how can you not know that like the game which you have been pushing for ages and has been delayed for like
A year.
so many times? Yeah, fucking yeah.
Is it all down to the company's servers, or are they being like DDoSed? Because
No, they're just
Destiny on
have enough.
Xbox, once the Vault of Glass opened up, was mercilessly DDoSed it into oblivion.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah, no, they were doing that with the PlayStation as well, I think.
Yeah.
But
So it's just down to the poor company planning or something.
Yeah, they need to put 2 hamsters on the wheel, not just one, to run that server or something. And it's just completely underestimated it. So, and that's the thing. And then it's also just like the game apparently is like not that good. Like they've got like, oh, dynamic weather to be patched in later, some other
2016.
time. We don't know yet. Yeah. So, which it looks really good. There's video footage of it, but it's still not in the game. And then the game itself apparently, I think it's like 6.5, 6 out of 10. Like it's pretty average anyway.
5.
So I'm just
GameSpot
like,
gave it.
5?
I'm looking at it right now.
Wow.
Because I wanted to see, because there was one that gave it a comparable score to Forza Horizon. I'm like, dude, you guys would be freaking tripping.
No, yeah.
Well,
No. I mean, as much as I want to say it's good, because, I want like a good car game, and then everyone's like, oh, well, don't worry, we've got Project Cars coming out soon. It's like,
Nope.
and that's
delayed.
just been delayed till like March 2015.
Yep.
So I'm like, fuck me. Fucking PlayStation.
wasn't that supposed to be a launch title as well?
I don't think it was a launch title.
Oh no, The
but-
Crew was supposed to be.
Crew.
Oh, that's shit as well. I did the beta for that. That's fucking boring as shit. I'm not buying that. Fuck that. That's
tell you
so
what,
shit,
though,
that game.
I
Seriously, that's
played-
going to be the biggest flop ever.
I don't know what build that I played at EB Expo though, but Project Cars looks pretty smashing.
Yeah, that was supposed to come out like real soon,
Hmm.
like before Christmas, and that's been delayed now a few more months. So that's I really want that one because that's the closest thing that's going to be like to Gran Turismo, which is like really, if I knew that was coming out like tomorrow and I didn't own a PlayStation, I would buy a PlayStation just for Gran Turismo sort of thing, just because that game was just like right up my alley sort of thing. So yeah, to then hear that Project Cars or whatever it's called is going to be really close to that, that got me really excited. And then I was just like, oh, well, yeah, no, I will go buy the PlayStation because, you know, got all this game shit coming out. But it's like, no, delay. It's like, fucking delay station. So, yeah.
No delays on the Xbox. Damn it. Here's me like amping you to get a PS4 for so long. You're like, delay station. Damn it.
Yeah. But then,
Gav,
and
do you
then,
have
and
Okay.
Oh,
no, go.
I was just going to ask Gav if he's got a preference between them now that he's played the PlayStation for a little bit.
You know what? I take
The PlayStation.
great pride in saying that I am agnostic, but if I had to vote and if I had to redo the video that I made this time last year when it comes to like taking into account all the factors that go into things, you know, be it the controller or, you know, be it the UI of the actual dashboard or, you know, pricing or perks or friends, obviously that takes things into consideration as well. I probably would go PlayStation.
Yes.
However, one of the provisos on that was always Titanfall. But then I could make the argument that, you know, I could have got it on the PC and still have been just as happy. But then again, I wouldn't have that. So it's swings and roundabouts. I'm glad I've got both because it means I can have the exclusives and stuff for both. And at the end of the day, I know I'm going to get my money's worth out of both of them. It's not a case of it's Titanfall on one console and every other game on the PS4, like Forza, obviously. I bought NBA 2K15 on the Xbox, which was surprising to me because I wanted to try out the facial scanning with hilarious results. Case in point, I will show you. Don't try this at home, kids. What an absolute joke. Where is it? Yeah, talk amongst yourselves. So yeah, it basically makes you've probably all seen videos on it right now, where you sort of tilt your head side to side so you can get a good reference points.
Is that why it blows everything up?
Yeah, I think it's people just going, oh, okay, in front of the camera and just going like that.
Yeah.
And expecting it to be like a pixel perfect representation of their skull. So here's me, like, putting my head on a swivel, like, really smoothly thinking this is going to be the best thing you've ever seen. And then that happens.
That's still a lot better than some of the others I've seen.
I have a vagina in my eye. It looks like I've got Ebola, to be perfectly honest. Have a look at what's going on around the nose, actually.
Oh, yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? That movie, Something About Mary, where that character towards the end, he gets like hives and stuff, and he's always like, yeah. And he's got just like shit all around his face. So yeah,
Maybe it thought
that's
you
me
were
in NBA
nervous.
2K15. Yeah, actually, I mean I'll see if I can find it as well. There was in the 2K14 version, I was able to pretty accurately create myself with infinitely better results. So I don't need face scanning. Don't need to worry about that. I'm perfectly happy to create a character purely based on a number of predefined presets. Case in point. Oh, crap. There you go.
Yeah.
There's me in 2K14 version. It's not perfect, but I mean, it's certainly better than Ebola-ridden AIDS victim.
Alien.
Alien.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think when I did a redo, it made me black. I mean, as you can see, I'm as white as the freshly driven snow. I get a suntan when I open the fridge door, for Christ's sake. So there's no way that I would have any sort of colour in my skin. And then the second one made like this shit coming out of my face. Like I must have turned my head too fast or something. So yeah, fail. Should have bought the PS4 version. Probably would have got better graphics. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 900p and all that shit.
900p. Anyway, let's not get into a resolution debate because I've got both of them now. It's fine. It's fine. We can debate as much as we want. Chris, what are you playing?
What am I playing? I'm actually still playing Forza and Destiny. I've got 2 games at the moment. Metro, which is all of the games, because I never really played Metro, but it's still wrapped up in the box. I haven't played it. And I've also got Sleeping Dogs, which includes all of the DLC, and I still haven't played that either.
I was going to pick that up.
Caught up with. Yeah. It looks good, because I never played both of them, and to get everything on like the one set or the one CD is awesome. I'm really looking forward to all of the remastered packs coming out. The Halo one next month, I think it is.
It is.
It's going to be awesome.
I only just watched a video on how they reinvented or reimagined Blood Gulch, I think, into a new map called Bloodline. And just to see it, completely polished and in 60 frames, it's something to behold. It looks really good.
Yeah. No, I'll have to get into those games sooner or later. It's just every time I fire it up, I'll be like, I'll just check my Drivatar, and he's earned me a bit of money, and I'm dropping down on the club list on Forza. I'll just do a couple of races. And
I'm 4th at mine. I'm pretty happy with my standings at the moment.
Yeah.
And the Friendly Fire, I think it's called Friendly Fire, FFS, I think it is. It's got a cool acronym.
No, it's those 2 games, Destiny and Forza, with the little bit of social that they have. It keeps you interested. You look in and you see, I'm missing out on this. I'll join in, or you've got a couple of people online from your clan or something, and do you want to knock this over? It's a lot quicker if we do it together. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. So I've been taking up all my time at the moment.
That's right. You were a reason why we didn't do a show one week. That's right.
You were fucking raiding.
You were raiding and pillaging. You were. Oh well.
Oh yeah, that was the first raid. Yeah.
Hey Gav, are we doing a show tomorrow? Yes. Why? No
Kind of promised.
No reason.
Be raiding.
Yeah.
I've actually been getting messages while we've been doing this. Like, are you coming?
Corthel,
Where are you?
get the fuck off. I'll text him. Stop interrupting my podcast, damn it. I don't text you. Yeah. How about we switch gears? Yeah. Do you want to talk about something completely unrelated?
Do you have something?
I do, but I'm conscious of keeping shit casual. We can just chill.
Oh.
Well, I was actually going to
Chicks
ask,
or
did
something.
either of you play Metro or Sleeping Dogs?
I have not. I was
Are we talking like Metro Last Light and Metro 2033?
Redux.
Yes.
whatever it's called.
So I got
Yeah,
both.
yeah.
I got the Redux one, which includes
The Redux, yeah.
all of them.
Yeah, sorry. Because when you said Metro, I didn't hear you say the Redux. I was like, wait, is that something I've missed out on? Yeah, no, I have for both of them, and both of them are like great. There's no reason why they shouldn't be way more popular, but yeah, they look really nice. Yeah, didn't finish them. They're a pile of shame, but did play them.
How much emphasis do you
'cause,
place on games in your pile of shame? Like, do you...
Like, does it
I think
annoy me
we
that I
covered it.
haven't finished them, or just?
Yeah.
Yeah, it annoys me, but then I get over it. Like, if I really, really like it, I'll play it all the way through. But it's just something about me. It's just like, they don't interest me as much as they used to, sort of thing. And then sometimes, like, there's really no reason why I shouldn't just be playing like the shit out of Alien Isolation. You know, it's got everything. Or even Shadows of Mordor. Like, everyone's saying how mad it is. I've played like an hour of it. Yeah, it's just hard to like keep
It's
me
too much
interested
choice.
with certain things. Maybe, I don't know.
Can
I
you
do
imagine,
find
though,
that with the
if you were like a game
PlayStation,
reviewer?
I get like a lot more immersed. Sorry?
No, I was
Oh
going to
yeah,
say, like,
yeah.
if you were a game reviewer and it didn't come down to you handing over physical money to review these games, and you were just, you know, I'm picturing some sort of magical cabinet in the halls of GameSpot where you just open it up and there's a white light hits you in the face and you go, okay, oh, I've got to review this one this week, and you just take it. You know, you don't have to transact with, you know, any spotty faced people at, you know, JB or EB or anything like that. You just take the game that you're going to review, you play it. You've often got it a week ahead of anyone else, so, you know, you just smash through it, and you know, you can probably knock it over. It's like, oh yeah, I completed that game. It's like, what do you mean? It's only been out 3 days. Like, yeah, I've had it for 10. Yeah, really? Okay. Couldn't find the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, in that scenario also, you were able to play it for 10 days before.
Well, there's that, but I mean, if it's your occupation, you're usually, you know, combining that with
Yeah,
other
that's
games
true.
as well. So you might be
Yeah.
doing 9 to 5 playing games, but oh god, what a
From 9
bachelor
to 10, I'm
paradise that'll
playing
be.
Destiny. From 10 to 11, it's Forza. 11 to 12.
How could you justify that
Lunch.
to your dad though? Dad's like, you got a busy
I
day
wouldn't
today?
go
It's
there
like,
again.
yeah, chock a block, mate. I've got to play 6 video
I'm
games.
Smashed.
I'm so smashed right now. Only reason I say that is
But
because,
I
like,
do.
Far Cry 4, I saw some Far Cry 4 footage today, and it reminded me I haven't completed 3. I was like, damn it,
Likewise. Yeah.
should fire that up. You didn't like Far Cry
But I
3,
find no, I didn't like it. It just didn't run well at all on my PC when
No.
because I just bought the PC and it was like super duper top of the range at the time, and it just played like shit, and it just pissed me off to no end.
Hmm.
And like it just shits me. So I'll get it again, but I will get it on PC. After I'll wait to see what people say how it plays like on PC, because everyone's like shit. It's just like, for fuck's sake. But that's the thing as well. Like, I find that I get way more into it and way more immersed when I play it on PS4 than I do with PC
Yes.
as well. Because I've got my big TV and like my bed just there, sort of thing, so I can get like, you know, can literally like settle right in. Whereas on the PC it's a little bit different, but maybe it's just like a novelty at the moment using the controller. But yeah, I do find that I do get more into it, and I can play longer when I'm playing on the PS4.
We could totally
The
co-op.
controllers have been specially designed to make it more comfortable and allow you to play for longer and stuff.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like the Xbox One controller, I think the Xbox One controller is more comfortable. I really like, because I use that for the PC, but the triggers on the PlayStation just shit all over the Xbox One. It's just like the triggers on the Xbox controllers are so uncomfortable. They just maybe it's my hands, I don't know, but just like it just wrecks like the joints like on my fingers. Whereas the PlayStation ones, your fingers can wrap like right around there, mega comfy. So bone eye points for PlayStation.
And you know what will be telling will be, because this is the first year that I've obviously gone back to PlayStation, but also a Call of Duty game on PlayStation. So I would love to see how it's going to impact my KD. Of course, if it impacts it negatively, I'm going to completely blame it on the controller and not my shit gameplay.
But see, it's so funny just because I thought it'd be so hard to move from playing a first-person shooter on PC to when I got Destiny on PS3. I'm like, this is going to be so fucking hard. The auto-aim helps a lot, but if I were to get Call of Duty again, I got burnt massively with Ghosts. I'll wait to see what everyone says. Judging by what everyone's saying, it's going to be pretty good, though. But either way, I'll wait what people say. But I know you really want me to get that for PS4, but if I do get that, it may be for PC, just because I know, I'm sorry, I'm just so much more accurate with a keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
It's all about
Massive
practice and
play.
stuff, though.
Yeah. I just
I
find it
was
so it's
pretty
just so much
terrible.
faster on PC, and I just like Ghosts, Black Ops 2. Like I fucking love that. I had that on PC, and I was just like, I was a fucking gun at that. And
Yeah.
yeah, just I don't know. It might be a bit better, but I've owned all my other Call of Duty games I've had on console, and I didn't really get to like the first Prestige sort of thing. Like I found it too hard with like the controller. But when I got Black Ops on PC, I Prestige like a few times. That's the term, is it? Prestige? I don't know.
Yep.
Prestige, yeah.
Yeah. So I just did it way more times on PC. I just prefer it quicker and better. I just play better on PC. So.
I did find when I first came to the Xbox from the PC that you really got to play around with the sensitivity settings on the controller.
Yeah, that'll help.
And just like really like spend a lot of time doing that. And once you get that dialed in and you get used to the controller, it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
But there are times where you'd miss that headshot by like an inch in PvP, and you're like, if I was playing on a computer, I would have got that.
I was just going to say the firing range when you're in like in the lobby waiting on games and stuff. That, I mean, for as small as what that is, that's a really cool little addition to the game.
What's the firing rate?
So when you're in between matches on multiplayer, I think you hit X or something like that, and you can go into this virtual firing range. It's basically like a video game inside a video game, like a shooting. It's just like a shooting gallery.
They need more of that shit in loading screens. They're so good.
Yeah.
And that's in Destiny.
You can't on PC because it loads so quickly. So.
Ooh. Oh.
Sorry, I'm just being a dick.
Oh.
As usual. I haven't changed. Sorry. No, I do like that though.
But I was swapping it, and there was only limited guns in the build that I played anyway. I mean, it was probably the full build, but they just restricted a few gun types. The shotguns are actually the one shotgun that I use, the energy sort of pulse shotgun, is a bit disappointing, which is a bit concerning, because considering I reckon I'd be able to go hog wild in this game with a shotgun.
But that might just be you need to get the upgrades for it.
Maybe that's a different one. Yeah. But yeah, the shooting range, like you just swap out a new gun and say, I wonder how this would feel with a stock on it, bang, and then just straight into the shooting range. You know, figure out your sensitivity, like you were saying. It's a really good thing. It's a really good thing.
That's a really good feature. That's awesome.
And then ultimately I went, oh, fuck it, I'll go shotgun. And then just got owned. But you'll be pleased to know that in the long-standing tradition of games where, you know, if I do well at EB Expo, then I'll do well in the actual full release game.
Yeah.
I actually went positive.
Nice.
Yeah. And then there's that token prick that's a bit of a gun in it, and he's been, you know, probably queuing up for the best part of 20 minutes. Yeah, he's just racks up a 42 and 15 gameplay. It's like, yeah, first time I played it. It's like, really? It's like, no, I'm hired by Activision. I'm sitting here just to show how easy it is and how many times you won't get beasted.
To make it harder for everybody else.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. There is going to be a noticeable skill gap. It's that's been said by quite a few people. That skill gap just got a whole lot wider.
Apparently, Bungie Destiny was like monitoring all of their statistics and stuff, and apparently they're just going to constantly change things to make it harder or easier depending on the statistics for everything. So I think if more games are going into that,
that's what Google
be
does.
a lot better. Yeah.
Just when you think you've got your algorithm down pat, like, here you go, here's a curveball at 90 miles an hour. Next thing you know, you got to retweak your SEO results and your meta tags and just the way you go about things.
Yeah.
SEO chat.
So it does.
Awesome. Do you want to talk about, I'll give you a couple of topics. I mean, we're going to keep this free-flowing rather. Did you see the list of the movies that are kind of come out between now and 2020? Holy shit balls.
I know
So
Jurassic
these
Park
movies
was
that are
one
already
of
made
them.
or that are being made.
No, just the pipeline ones. For Marvel and DC.
Ah,
Oh.
awesome. No, I haven't seen that. Be
Well, I
pretty
mean,
keen to hear about
Deadpool
it.
was announced. I think we missed that news at some point over the course of our hiati. Plural for hiatus. I don't know. Right, I'll go top to bottom and stop me if you go, ooh, but not as camp as that. The Avengers Age of Ultron, which we knew, obviously, 2015. Ant-Man, 2015. Fantastic Four, 2015. Does that really need another one?
As
Are
long
they
as it's got
changing
Jessica Alba
characters
in
or
it.
is it the same? Yeah,
What idiot decides to cast Jessica Alba and make her invisible?
as the Invisible Woman.
What a dick.
Terrible.
Susan Boyle, certainly, but not Jessica Alba. 2016 Deadpool, 2016 Batman v Superman, which we knew, 2016 Captain America 3, 2016 X-Men Apocalypse, 2016 Doctor Strange. It's an unofficial title apparently. What
Strange.
universe is
Name
that?
does sound familiar. I just can't remember what it's about.
I'm more familiar with Doctor Strange Love, but
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That crazy movie.
isn't that like a
I love that movie.
Rogers and Hammerstein musical or something?
No, it's a movie with I forget the actor's name.
Peter Sellers.
Peter Sellers. That's it.
Boom.
It's a very dark movie as well.
That
That's the
knowledge.
one.
Yeah.
You know how people always they got the cowboy hat and they ride the bomb down and they yeehaw.
Or
You've never seen
Geronimo.
that? Yeah.
Well, not when you
a
see
lot of-
it, but yeah.
A lot of cartoons take it off, but that was the first movie to have a guy sit on a bomb with a cowboy hat, get dropped out of the plane, and ride the bomb all the way down.
Oh,
That was the first movie.
so it wasn't Homer Simpson first then.
No.
Suicide Squad, 2016.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, there's they've been kind of referring to that in the Arrow TV series for the last series or two.
That's where I heard about it, yes.
Yeah.
So actually, I was going to ask you,
Deadshot.
have you been watching Gotham, the new Arrow series, and also The Flash? You've been watching.
Yeah.
Are you liking it?
Well, I'll get through this list and then I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, yes, I do like them. 2017, Venom Carnage. Venom's got his own movie.
Cool.
Ooh, that could be interesting.
2017, unannounced female character Spider-Man movie. I'm not sure on the title. That sounds like a
So they're
terrible
going to
title.
reboot it as female.
Hopefully it gets retitled. That won't do
I
well.
don't know. I could see a nice female in the skin-tight Spider-Man suit.
No, I
I'd
mean
be a fan.
just as a movie title. I mean Spider-Man, as opposed to unannounced female character Spider-Man movie.
Well, that's because people use the titles to go and get leaked photos and stuff.
Yeah.
It's been around since Star Wars, where they called it Blue Harvest
Blue
to
Harvest, yeah.
trick everyone.
2017 Wolverine 3. There's a
Hasn't
spot.
there already been 3?
Well, yeah, to a certain extent. What Origins?
Oh, that was a prequel, so it doesn't count as a third.
Oh, okay.
Was it?
don't
Is it? I can't remember.
I don't
I don't know.
know. There's a spot here for May 5th, 2017. Unannounced Marvel movie. That helps a lot. Cheers for that. Wonder Woman, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Fantastic Four 2.
Wait, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman has tried to come out so many times and been cancelled. Mm-hmm. It's like
Stop.
Green lit, baby. Green
one of the
lit.
movies that possibly can never come out again.
It's the
It just
girl
runs
that's
into
from Fast and the Furious 5, I think. The sort of
Fast and Furious 5.
glamazon. Good looking girl. She can act too as well, which is good. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Fantastic Four 2, another unannounced Marvel movie, and Justice League round out the year 2017.
Okay. With Batman?
I would assume so.
Sometimes they don't include him in there.
Yeah, you didn't get the invite.
Yeah.
2018, Spider-Man 3, The Flash, Avengers 3, unconfirmed. 2 unannounced movies, 1 Marvel, 1 X-Men, Aquaman, and then another unannounced Marvel movie.
Aquaman.
When I read this one, I couldn't help but picture Shaquille O'Neal, but Shazam gets a remake in 2019.
No way.
Yeah.
Are they remaking Shazam?
Yeah.
God.
April 5th.
Have they announced who's going to be in it? Like, it's got to be a basketball player.
I couldn't tell you. No, I think
Unless Shaq is making a comeback.
all like 340 pounds of him. It's gonna just...
I'd like to see him as a movie star just so they can be on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Like, his footprints would just be massive compared to everybody
two
else.
squares
who's
long.
ever done.
2019, yeah, Justice League 2, Shazam, obviously. And 2020, Cyborg and a new Green Lantern movie.
A new Green Lantern.
Apparently, there's this category here saying unlisted for a new Batman solo film and a new Superman solo film.
Interesting.
And of course, Deadpool, whenever that is. When was Deadpool? Yeah, February
I think
2016.
it's 2016. Yeah.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
A couple of good titles.
As like
there.
as it sounds, Deadpool's the only one that I'm interested in that entire list.
Guardian
I'm
of the
just-
Galaxy was pretty
Oh,
good.
sorry, that one too. I fucking loved Guardians of the Galaxy, but just when I hear things that it's like 2018, I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna get interested in it now.
Holy crap, I'll
Sort
nearly
of
be
thing.
40 years old by then. Literally.
Yeah,
Will I still be into that
that's the
shit?
thing. It's just like
You're
so
gonna be
much
those
shit is
old
happening.
weak
It's just
guys
like
at the movies.
I'm so young at heart. It's alright. I still pass for 30. Regularly. No, going back to what you were saying about Gotham. I'm still... I call it the Dexter effect. I'm very aware about how, like, just the quality of acting in some of the roles is kind of a bit meh. But I'm hoping it will build into a show like Dexter where, you know, it obviously just gets better, and you know, it's one of those must-watch shows that you just have to watch.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes and it was a bit,
Yeah.
um,
I suppose.
especially because it's introduced like a fair amount of characters, but it hasn't actually introduced them as a character. It just says their name, and if you know what the character is, you're like, oh, that's that person.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, they're just walking around.
And that's fair enough,
But-
though. I think it does push, market itself towards the
it's
Gotham
just
tragics anyway.
Introing too much, like you're just like, you don't need to introduce all of these characters at the start if they're not really a part of the episode. Just like, okay, they're going to be in it, thanks for telling me, but you kind of didn't need to just parade them past in the first couple of episodes.
Hi, I'm Harvey Dent. I'm Bruce Wayne's schoolyard chum. You won't see me for any
I'll
episodes.
be in the final episode.
Yeah. When I graduate from law school, this is going to be awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, I don't mind it, and I'll still persevere. I watched the Flash pilot months and months ago, and that was okay. And I watched the most recent episode as well.
Yeah.
Arrow's getting better and better, which is good.
The Red Arrow's more in it now, which is good because he's coming in the next game as well
Red Arrow.
for Batman. Red Arrow.
Isn't it Arsenal? Isn't that what he's called?
Is it? Oh, I thought he was Red Arrow because he wears red. Maybe I've mistaken 2 different characters.
Well, the Red Arrows are an airplane display team. I could be wrong though. I could be totally wrong. Let's type in Arsenal and hope that I don't get English Premier League.
It's just going to be pages of it.
Yeah. Roy Harper. It's the character name.
Yes.
Wikipedia. God. How many times have you saved my skin? Yeah, it says Red Arrow. Oh, later
Yeah, I'm
assumed
pretty
the
sure.
identity Arsenal.
Fredo.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I guess he was getting sick
when
and
he
tired of the
becomes a
phone call
solid
saying,
character.
"Can you come and open an air show in in the north of England?" He's like, "How did you get this number?
Quit calling me.
I'm a fucking superhero. How'd you get this number? You're in the phone book." Yeah.
I'd be interested actually to see which TV show is going to introduce Harlequin, because she's in the next Batman game as well. So she kind of crosses between the different ones as well.
Well, they alluded to it in the most recent Origins game.
Oh yeah.
Because she was in a character in City. She was as the psychologist or psychiatrist in Origins, and you could they tried to lay the groundwork there to sort of show her being turned into.
Oh, that's right. She's in the recordings.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. She'll be back.
She'll be back. She looks great in the new game actually. Like just the graphics. God, I'm so pissed off that game's not coming till like fucking June. Like, all the delays. Like it is the Drive Club of. It won't. Well, I say that's not true. It's the game I'm looking forward to most with the longest delay. I mean, you couldn't have got two worlds combining, which are.
Yeah, because when I messaged you, I was walking past the shop and I saw the signs were up and I was like, holy crap, it's out and I haven't pre-ordered it. And then I'm like, am I too late to pre-order? And they're like, no, it's coming out in June. And you're like, well,
I pre-ordered it the same day that I picked up my PlayStation 4. So I think I literally saw a news article like that morning. Yeah, and it was kind of like the new Batman Special Editions are coming out. I'm like, well, I'm gonna EB anyway to pick up the PlayStation 4. And to his credit, I mean, the guy knew how to upsell me. He goes, "Is there anything else I can do for you today?" I said, "No, I think that's just about it." And then no sooner had I finished, I don't think he even finished that sentence. He goes, "Have you seen the new Batman Special Editions?" I'm like, "Yes, I have." Just don't prey on me as a weak-minded man who's probably able to be coerced into.
The EB guys on point with the upcoming stuff. They know what's coming out.
Yeah,
it's always good to go past an EB and they'll tell you everything that's happening. They're like, oh, you got this game? Have you got the new patch? It fixes this. Oh, like all of this.
On Thursday,
they'll let you know.
I was when I was in the market to go, because I mean Bennett did a good job of sort of saying, it got strong consideration for Game of the Year. If you like the Batman games, and obviously I said yes I do, bloody well love them, and you should go and get it. So yeah, good, that's it. I'll head down the shops. Couldn't find it in two shops, and yet when I went into the EB, he goes, "Oh, I sold the last copy this morning," and me just mucking around, I said, "What's his name? Where do his kids go to school?" Like just completely mucking around. And this one guy behind the counter goes, "Whoa, that's a bit excessive." I'm like, "I'm joking." He's like, "Oh, of course you are." I'm like, "Wow, man, you've been working in this store too long. If you think something like that is going to be..."
He's probably calling up to an anonymous tip now.
That's it.
This person. Skillsy.
Skillsy.
Threatening the person.
I have got a few more subs this week, so maybe I'm being monitored.
Maybe.
Hashtag don't monitor me. I'm perfectly safe. My
metadata.
Do you guys have any...
just quickly, speaking of movies, have you guys seen the new Sin City, or have you seen the original Sin City?
Yes.
I saw the original one.
Original.
Yeah, the first, original. Jeez, I mean, like the first one. It's not like there's a remake or it was from like the 70s or something. But yeah, the first one. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys seen the second one?
I have not.
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay, yeah. I just want to see what you thought about it.
Is it very similar to the first?
one. Yeah, it is.
It
But
was
just the way it's... Yeah, I mean, the way it starts off, like the first 5 or 10 minutes, I was just like, this is like really shit. Like it just feels like a really bad like B-grade movie. There's just something about it. But then it picked up after that where you see like Eva Green's
because the first one
cans,
started
like
off a
the
bit
entire
weird.
movie. But yeah, no, but that's the thing. Like the first one, even though it was filmed and shot the same way and all the acting, didn't have that feeling. But the start of this one just like did. It was like really odd. But then again, like I said, Eva Green's cans like the entire time. I was just like, this good. So yeah,
So she's in it
And,
quite a lot, is she?
yeah, like I reckon there's probably like half the movie at least. You just see her like topless the entire time. Yeah.
Sounds
I heard
like
the first one was
they've got my 2250. Where's my meme for shut up and take
Where's
my
the
money?
3D version?
Shut up and take my money.
That's a good one.
If you type in Eva Green boobs, the first article is 6 times you saw Eva Green's awesome boobs. Just,
6. Piss off. It's more like 16.
well, as in over the course of her filmography.
Oh.
So
Oh, so it's 6 movies.
yeah, 2003, The Dreamers, Cracks, 2009, Perfect Sense, Camelot, and 300, Rise of an Empire, and Penny Dreadful in 2014. Yeah, and I suppose 7 if you count Sin City. Boom.
But yeah, it's a good movie.
So is it still a bit dark and twisted and like the other one?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Because I remember I was watching it with a couple of people and they just wouldn't stay to the end. They're like, we're out. They left. It upset people. I don't know. I didn't find anything too upsetting. Yeah, there was a bit of that weird stuff with the sun and whatever, but...
Their sensibilities were questioned too much that they had to go, nope, I'm going to forego the remaining $12 of my movie and leave. Yeah. I never get that. I never get the whole, like, as if it's supposed to, like, school
leading
them.
in a movie.
Yeah, it's supposed to, like, somehow Margaret and Peter. What is it, Margaret and who? Those two movie
Margaret
critics?
and John or something?
John.
I don't know. Whoops.
Oh,
I
the
don't
two
know.
old people that review movies.
Yeah.
They're retiring too.
Yeah, they're ending. Did you send in your resume, Gav? I'm pretty sure you could switch to movies reviews.
Might be totally...
Margaret and David.
Margaret
Sorry, Margaret and David.
David.
Sorry. I had to find that out.
I was I must have watched like 10, 15 minutes, and I just knew it was this art house movie that, it looked like it was shot with a handy cam, and then it comes to the review and it's like 4.5 stars out of 5. I found this movie spectacular, and yet there's a movie that's out right now in the movie theaters which has been given praise worldwide, and it's like, I found this movie predictable and boring. 2 stars. It's like, really? You're exactly the type of people that these people that walk out of a movie in the blind hope that Margaret and David would have heard about it and secretly applauded them for walking out. It's like, it doesn't work that way. Just watch the fucking movie. Jesus. Bless them. Bless them. I saw Gone Girl though the other night. That was great.
I want to see that so bad.
It's a good movie. It is. It kind of leaves me conflicted, but it was a good movie all the same, and I will say no more.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely no spoilers. I really want to see it.
Who do you think I am, Ron? Yeah. In the absence of Ron, I will not be taking on the spoiler, but I'll tell you fucking anyway, duties. Yeah.
But yeah, what else? Oh, just quickly, speaking of games again as well, another game which I completely forgot about and realized, oh shit, that comes out like tomorrow, which has already come out, but that's what I was thinking at the time, was the Borderlands 3 sequel,
Yes.
which I also got and have played an hour and a half.
I have not
and
played it.
yeah,
I can't believe I haven't played it, actually. It's Borderlands.
Yeah, it's
It's one of my
pretty
favorite
fun.
games.
I was really, really looking forward to the intro just to see what song that it'd have and how it went. It was good, but definitely not the best of the three sort of thing. But yeah, it was still alright. But yeah, I was actually really looking forward just to the intro because they're usually so good and creative and all that sort of shit.
I have heard the comparisons for Destiny when it first came out. It's just very much like Borderlands. Whether or not those comparisons were
Yeah,
off
yeah,
target,
yeah.
I don't know.
No. It's like Borderlands, Halo,
Mm.
all that shit mashed into one. Yeah. It's just funny how much of Borderlands 2 I played, and you'd think, oh, when this came out, I was just going to sink so much time into it, but
Mm.
I haven't. Yeah.
I remember us
If I
walking
was still on
around.
holidays, I would be, but yeah.
We were walking around EB Expo that year.
Yeah.
Can't wait for it to come out.
Yeah.
I think we're getting a lot more. Our expectations are a lot higher these days as gamers. I think.
Yeah, I think so. But it's like, okay, should we be getting that, or are we expecting too much, or there's kind of no reason why there shouldn't be,
Mm.
you know, super duper amazing shit out there. It's easy for me to say. I'm not fucking developer. I'm not making them. So, you know,
Yeah.
maybe that's a bit unrealistic.
I think it's hard when you see like once great game franchises and they do take that turn. You
Hmm.
kind of go, at what point did you sort of dismiss all the good ideas that have made that franchise, and then go, let's go in a different direction? It's like, do you not like money, or do you not like? Yeah, it's like directors making all these great movies and then only being remembered for that one shitty one.
Yeah.
Like Final Fantasy. If everyone, I mean, I'm not a Final Fantasy person, but they can tell you at the drop of a hat what Final
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy
sucked.
7.
Is that the good one?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Final
Yeah.
Fantasy 7 is the good one.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, they're all really good, but everyone swears by Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Chris's bedtime.
Serious?
Even with daylight saving, he still needs to have his curfew well and truly done.
Nah,
He'll be back. He'll be back soon.
he will be.
The yeah, I don't know whether or not it's a case of our money being less important to us now, that we just go, $60 for a game, 10 years ago, when we might have been on a limited income, we really did, try and get the most out of every game. Whereas now, I mean, I'll go out in lunchtime and go, right, oh, okay, this game's out. Yeah, I'll give it a go. Games that I've been looking forward to, or by the same token, Alien Isolation. Was looking forward to it. We spoke about it on this podcast, many a time. And today was the first time I fired it up.
Yeah, like, I can't explain how psyched I was for that game.
Mm.
And then I still haven't,
Life, man.
I don't know.
Life. Getting in the way. Uni. Buying property,
It's fucking uni. God damn it. Take all my time.
Oh, well.
Kills me.
I wonder if Chris
What
is going to
else
come
is there?
back, because we...
Well, he just texted me just saying that he got kicked out because his computer is frozen up, but hopefully he'll get back once he restarts.
Oh,
But I don't know how long it takes for his computer to restart.
you just texted me as well.
Hmm.
Jeez.
Well, we'll see what else is there and give it a bit of time. But I'm just having a quick look now. So if there's anything else that's popped up that's been like really interesting. What's on my desktop? Have I got anything that I've forgotten?
There was something you might be able to elaborate a bit more on.
I would love to if I know about it, but yes, shoot.
It's that they're trying to railroad Valve into making oh god, the name. Why the name just escapes me. Half-Life 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's a marketing company which apparently are doing their best to try and do, by way of guerrilla tactics, by the sounds of it, trying to make a documentary kind of thing, like a day in the life, or or something, and try and railroad them into making this game, almost by way of harassment.
Yeah, like a hostile takeover in the sense of
Yeah.
they're not buying a company, but they're antagonizing them.
And I think
I haven't heard of this, but
I think the word hostile
I mean,
was actually used. Yeah.
I mean, as far as I know, they're making it, but obviously they haven't confirmed it, which is the whole thing that everyone's talking about. But yeah, I couldn't see why they wouldn't be making it. I think people are just too impatient, me being one of them, but not to the point where I'm going to harass someone. I think maybe I have more important things to worry about.
I'll see if I can find it, because I mean, it was obviously spoken about much more eloquently than I'm kind of doing at the moment. But yeah, it really did sound like they were going ham on making sure this game is going to get made by hell or high water. And it was really, really off-putting. Like, I don't think they would get the best out of that game if they were to
rush it.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what happens behind closed doors and whether or not this thing has been like the world's most best kept secret up until now, and they're about to make an announcement or whatever. Here it is, yeah. Half-Life 3 crowdfunding campaign is just as absurd as you think. A group of Half-Life fans have launched a crowdfunding campaign through Indiegogo with the hope of raising money to create a We Want Half-Life 3 ad campaign so large that Valve can't ignore it. Blah, 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 150 grand. The way they wanted to go about it, I've read this before, it was advertising on the side of trucks, which would do laps of the Valve offices.
God.
It had like
Give it a rest.
a 3-step campaign. Truck with a giant billboard to drive around Bellevue, where Washington is headquartered. Should the funding reach $45,000, the group will hire a squad of Gabe Newell doppelgangers to approach Valve's HQ wearing We Want HL3 t-shirts. Should it reach $150,000, the group will hold a huge concert in Seattle and invite all Valve employees to attend.
Yeah. This is like for real. Do they have like nothing better to do? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Jeez. That game could be like the best game ever, but when they get it, they're going to say it's like shit.
Yeah.
Still going to whinge about it.
I'm back. We finished.
Yeah. Alright, well that was show whatever. We'll wrap it up there and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
No. Doodle-doo. Damn. No, we were just flicking through just to see if anything had popped up in the last day or so. Nvidia, there was something to do with Nvidia graphics cards apparently going into receivership or something.
Nvidia went into receivership.
Nah, I'm kidding.
I was going to say, how the hell does that happen?
Yeah, I think AMD are considerably closer.
Better than putting their kids through college.
Yeah. There was also I read about graphics cards.
AMD is becoming more popular now.
I did read something. I swear to God, I'll find it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Oh, fuck it. Too hard basket. No, I think we can call it a night there. I think for the triumphant return of 37. That's it. 37.
It's almost midlife crisis time.
No, we're past that. Midlife was 35, wasn't it?
Is it?
Midlife's 50.
I should know.
It's 40.
I'm 35, mate. I should know.
Oh.
I haven't bought a Porsche Boxster yet, or
Not yet.
a
I don't
Mazda.
know.
Some artwork though, so
The Mazda's pretty out there. It's pretty beasty.
I do need to pick up that artwork actually, Benny. I'll probably do that
You
Tuesday
do.
night. Are you home Tuesday night?
yeah, I'll be home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
That's fine. My brother was getting stuck into me. He's just like, why the fuck is this still here? And I was like, well, we've
Oh,
all
I'm
been
sorry.
busy. I tried to drop it off. He's been busy. He can't pick it up. No, he was more, no, not just because it was sitting there. He's just like, well, he bought it. He should have it by now. So that was more his concern. And I was like, it's fine. Relax.
So Aaron doesn't offer a service of going around to the house and putting the nail in the wall and hanging it up, making sure it's straight.
He does not. I did offer to drop it off a couple of times, but I think we were all a bit busy and stuff. But I think we had more important things to do, like house purchases and
House buying.
stuff like that to worry about that.
All that stuff. Yeah. I can't wait. I'm hoping I'm going to use it in a similar way to some of these ones. If I just adjust this. Like some cool stuff on the wall. When it gets sorted.
I think it should be
It'll be the
on the
feature
hallway.
piece. As you walk in the house.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting because it's on the book cover. It's like one of those things where you pass by it, but the next time you'll pass by it and you're like, oh, it's on a book. And, oh, look at the title. And,
Yeah. The more I get to know my my lovely fiance, the more I will have to segregate various things that would go well in the house, but are probably best kept to the man cave. And that's fine. It's my little domain. It'll be good. And then I can shout, and then I can do all manner of things and not have to worry about waking her up. Because she gets cranky if she gets woken up. As do I. As does anyone. God.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So have you worked out where the first couch is going? Is the first couch going in the man cave for some sweet gaming sessions in the new house?
I thought you were alluding to
or in the
something
living room?
something far more sordid like castings or anything like that. We've only got the one couch at the moment, but then we'll be.
Oh no, that's what I mean. Like, are you keeping that one or buying a new one or?
Oh, we'll keep that one. It might make its way out into the man cave just in case I want to. Yeah. If I want to relax or whatever. Yeah.
No, the man cave's good for getting rid of the furniture and updating the house. You just move it all into the man cave and make it nice and comfy.
Hells yeah. And the colour scheme as well. It's nice neutral sort of grey charcoal couch. Bang, that'll go straight in there. I was looking at carpet tiles the other day. It's like, I'm not going to carpet the man cave. I'm just going to do like good carpet tiles. And I was watching YouTube videos on this. Not that this should come to any surprise.
A brick walls, concrete floor.
Brick walls, concrete.
No
concrete
interior
floor.
walls.
Nope.
No insulation in the roof.
Nope.
Yeah. It's exposed beams, isn't
it? Inside the roof cavity? No, there's gyprock.
Yeah.
There's actual gyprock.
Oh, there's gyprock.
Yeah.
Okay.
With a roof hatch.
If you get some carpet tiles, it'll make it sound a hell of a lot better if you're going to use surround sound speakers. Because at the moment, the sound will just bounce off that concrete floor and around all the walls at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at the wedding last night, and I was speaking to a guy who's actually going to do the video for our wedding, and he's actually been setting up the film and television studios. His company actually does the setup for them. I think he did a major rebuild and like acoustically treated this whole thing over the course of the last few months or whatever. I'm like, wow, I could do with some
Got any spares?
sound treatment. I don't want to like nail like egg cartons to the wall, spray paint them black. Gets a bit ghetto. Yeah, nothing like that. But we'll see. We'll see.
No, that'll be awesome.
It's the long-term project. Bar fridge. I was looking at bar fridges as well today. Oh yeah.
Glass door bar fridges.
Maybe.
Nice.
I might spec it up.
So I guess it's games night at Gavin Sophie's now.
Well,
Or once you get it all in.
that's it. That's where it happens.
Oh yeah.
So
Me and Ben will be waking up the neighbours when we leave at 2 or 3 in the morning with our exhausts.
oh god, bloody hoons. Been there 1 week and they're already there with friggin' hoons and loud exhaust. Okay. Well, we're going to wrap it up. That was episode 37. As usual, you can find us on Stitcher Radio. You can find us on QuadFeed.podbean.com, and as well as obviously youtube.com/SkeelsyShoota. If you see this shirt, please come and say hi to us at PAX. I might actually be doing a giveaway. I probably should have mentioned this at the beginning of the show. I'm going to take down my extra copy of Titanfall. I'm yet to find a competition that isn't deemed, sleazy's not the right word. Thirsty. I don't know. I'll try and figure something out.
Thirsty.
It might literally come as random as the first person to come up to me wearing this shirt and going, I'm such a
Titanfall.
channel. Huh?
Just give Titanfall.
Just say,
Yeah,
That's all you need to say.
it is Titanfall. Yeah. So
Give Titanfall.
I will give Titanfall. I'll work out the specifics, but I want to get something out of it. I'm nearly at 150 subs, which is pathetic. But I'd like some more. Thank you. So yeah, that was episode 37. Thanks for watching. Probably do one more show next week, and then it'll probably be a week break for PAX, but then we'll come back hopefully with a guest. So look forward to your company then. Thanks for watching. Give it a like and ask us a question in the comments below. How much should I tip people for baggage and things like that? Should I tip someone in Melbourne? God. Yeah. No. Won't do that. So anyway,
only if they're hot.
he speaks sense. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.